Hi, Casey Durango here of Go Keto with Casey, where I like to talk about how I've lost 97.4 pounds since starting a ketogenic diet and how you might be able to lose weight, improve your health, and regain control of your life. Hi, thanks for watching. Today, so happy to be able to be back in the garden. Seems like it's been a rather long winter, but it's lovely out here today. Today we're going to talk about so-called plateaus or stalls. They can happen both going up and coming down on the scale as far as that goes on any kind of a diet. Not uncommon. And it happens as well on the ketogenic diet for most people. Let's first define what an actual true stall is. It's when you've lost zero weight, no fractions of a pound, and no fractions of inches in at least 4 weeks. It can be frustrating. And if you've gone that long with absolutely no changes, keep in mind you can lose inches without losing weight. It's a thing. And a lot of people are amazed by it when they realize the scale has stayed the same, but now I have to buy a smaller pair of jeans. So make sure that you count that as a victory. But if you've lost no inches, no weight, it's time to step back maybe and ask yourself, are you actually following the program as it's laid out? What is the program? It's very simple. Keep your total carbohydrate intake to 20 grams or fewer a day. Eat fatty sources of protein, and that just means eat meat, poultry, fish, all kinds of meat, beef, pork, lamb, bison, whatever it might be, that comes with its naturally occurring fat, the fat that's marbled in the meat. Don't get the leanest cuts of meat, get the fattiest ones. Bacon, sausages, whatever suits you. Eggs with the yolks, not egg whites. And chicken with the skin, not skinless, etc. You get the idea. And then the third component, which can be challenging, is don't eat if you're not hungry. So that's the program. If you're doing those things and you're having no progress, or if you're actually putting on weight, you need to ask yourself some questions. Remember, this is not a program where you get in fat. You don't add fat. Eat the fat that comes with your protein sources naturally. And if you don't eat if you're not hungry, it'll balance out. And stop eating when you're satiated. You don't have to eat to being stuffed. Eat until you're satiated. And eating these luscious cuts of meat and poultry and fish and the occasional half of an avocado or things like this, it's very satisfying. But you don't want to be pounding back lots of fat. Eating a stick of Kerrygold butter is not part of the program. Loading your coffee up with lots of oil and fat. Do it if you like it and if it works for you. But we're talking about what if it stops working? This is when you ask yourself some questions. And things that may have worked at the beginning become less effective as you lose weight. You need, let's face it, your energy needs can change as you're carrying around less mass. I know that happened for me. Now, I never really had a true 4-week stall with no losses or anything, but it did really slow up, and it lingered there for a while. And at that point, the problem seemed to be that last component. Don't eat if you're not hungry. That can be challenging. We're used to breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You must eat 3 meals a day. You'll go into starvation mode if you don't. I'm not a big fan of arbitrarily not eating, so-called feeding windows and all that. Some people love it, and it works for them. Really, it boils down to, if you're doing that, you're probably just eating less food, and you are maybe not hungry as often, truly hungry. So you're naturally falling into a pattern. But ask yourself those things. So if you've hit a plateau, first thing you ask is, am I overeating dietary fat? Am I eating a bunch of butter that I don't need? You know, a little bit of butter with your veggies or whatever, fine. A stick of butter, a tablespoon of butter in your coffee, along with cream, along with MCT oil, along with coconut oil, whatever you do, that's a lot of dietary fat. Fat bombs, a lot of dietary fat. Remember, this is not a weight loss diet. This is a fat burning diet. Your body switches from burning glucose for fuel to burning fat for fuel. And if you're eating or drinking all the fat that your body needs for fuel, it does not address your onboard stores. Your arms, your belly, your tuchus, your many chins. So, ask yourself, am I overeating dietary fat? If you're not, okay. Has there actually been carb creep? Are you eating more carbohydrate than your body tolerates to keep itself burning fat for fuel? You just have to figure out what that is for you. For most people, that will end up being 20 grams of carbohydrate per day or fewer. And then don't eat if you're not hungry. Ultimately, are you simply eating more food than your body requires for energy? Usually, double checking those things will get things going again. But ultimately, learn patience with yourself. The number on the scale isn't the most important factor. Step back and ask yourself the little things that maybe you gradually change, you don't even notice. Like, oh wow, I don't have to take antacids anymore. I'm not having heartburn. Or I can get up out of bed without groaning because my joints don't hurt so much. Or I can remember my own address. Once again, you know, we get brain fog as we get older sometimes, and things can clear up. Do you have more energy? Do you not need an afternoon nap anymore? Ask yourself those things. Allow your body to adjust, particularly if you've been overweight or not feeling well for a really long time. Have patience. It can take time for your body to do its job to get better. And then think about the scale. Or don't think about the scale. You can do this. I was a gradual loser. I had a lot of weight to lose. I'm 5 feet 1 inch tall. And the first year I lost 47 pounds, less than a pound a week. I was thrilled with it. I tried for decades to lose 20 pounds. So I was thrilled. And it took about another 2 years to lose the remaining 50 pounds. I was okay with that as well. I am now 60 years old. I started this when I was about 55 and a half, January of 2014. And I've been essentially weight stable for not quite a year. But I feel so great. My life has changed. And if I can do this, you can do this. I promise you. But do stick to the program. Don't get bogged down in the pie charts with the percentages. Don't get in extra fat. Don't let an app tell you how many calories to consume. Listen to your body. If you're not hungry, don't eat. It's that simple. Well, I say it's that simple. It's that direct. Not always simple. Not always easy. It is simple. It's not always easy. All right? Thank you so much for listening. And I will give a little plug for patrons for more content, because I provide content for patrons only. Check it out at patreon.com. Thank you so much. And I'll be back again. Keep your carbs 20 grams or fewer a day. Don't eat if you're not hungry. Eat fatty sources of protein. Bingo, done. Thanks so much.